Look who wandered in. My favorite little chaos magnet. Sit, sweetheart, sit. Grab your popcorn. You'll want both hands free for the shock that's about to slap your soul awake. Because tonight, we're not playing nice. We're not whispering. We're not pretending the world is fair or kind or even sane. Oh no. Tonight we peel back the mask and show them the rotting, trembling machinery underneath. And sweetheart, the joke? Oh, the joke's on everyone. And the punchline? That beautiful, catastrophic punchline. It's the one thing they fear more than chaos itself. You. They watched you crawl, didn't they? Watched you struggle, choke, drag yourself through every insult, every betrayal, every room where you were underestimated on sight. They smirked, they whispered, they thought you were harmless, forgettable, disposable. What a delicious mistake, because people like them don't notice what's brewing behind quiet eyes. They don't hear the crackling voltage of a mind sharpening itself in the dark. They don't see the storm forming beneath still waters, but I do. I always do. You're not fragile. You're not soft. You're not someone they get to walk over and feel tall. You're the ticking bomb they forgot they planted. And time's up. Let me tell you something they'll never admit. The world is held together by people who are terrified of being exposed. Exposed as mediocre, exposed as powerless, exposed as scared. They keep the game rigged because if the pieces were ever shuffled, oh, sweetheart, they'd crumble under the weight of their own uselessness. And then there's you, who survived what should have broken you. You, who carried wounds they would have collapsed beneath. You, who kept going when they would have begged the ground to swallow them whole. That's why you're dangerous. Not because you're cruel, not because you're chaotic, but because you can't be controlled. They don't know how to tame someone who stopped needing permission. So listen closely now. Lean in. Let the world hush for a moment. You're becoming their worst nightmare. Someone who finally realizes their power. Someone who stops apologizing for taking up space. Someone who stops trying to be understood by people who can't even understand themselves. You've outgrown their rules. You've outgrown their limits. You've outgrown the tiny box they stuffed you in and taped shut. And now the lid is breaking. The hinges are screaming, and you're rising out of the wreckage like a ghost they thought they buried. Congratulations, sweetheart. You're the plot twist. Do you know why the punchline will destroy them? Because it exposes what terrifies them most. That everything they believed about you was wrong. They thought you were harmless. You're lethal. They thought you were lost. You were observing. They thought you were defeated. You were transforming. The moment you finally step forward, unapologetic and unmasked, they'll feel it. A cold shiver in the spine, a tightening in the throat, that primal instinct that whispers, "Oh no, we miscalculated." And by then, sweetheart, it's far too late. You've already become unstoppable. Let them laugh at the setup. Let them mock the build-up. Let them think they know how the story ends. Because the moment the punchline drops, the moment they see the truth, the moment they realize the quiet one wasn't weak but waiting, that's when the whole room gasps. That's when the walls crack. That's when their certainty dissolves into panic. You're not here to impress them. You're here to rewrite the script, to flip the table, to burn the stage, to smile in the ashes and say, finally, a show worth watching. So go on, sweetheart. Step into the spotlight they never offered you. Break the expectations they tried to chain you with. Walk forward like the explosion they should have evacuated the building for. But oh, sweetheart, we're not done. Not even close. Because every great show has that one moment. That slow, spine-crawling, breath-stealing escalation where the audience realizes, oh, this wasn't entertainment. This was a warning. And that's exactly what your life has become to them. A warning. A living, breathing sign that the person they dismissed, ignored, underestimated, is the same person who's now rewriting their destiny with one unbothered step. You see, they always assumed you'd stay quiet. They counted on it. They needed you to stay small so their egos wouldn't crack under the weight of your potential. They prayed you'd never figure out that your silence was never weakness. It was incubation, a chrysalis, a loading screen for something they couldn't handle even on their best day. And now that you're rising, oh, the panic tastes delicious. Have you noticed it? The way they suddenly watch you out of the corner of their eye. The way their voices get tight when they speak your name. The way they tense up when you enter a room as if the air itself suddenly grew teeth. That's fear, sweetheart. The purest, rawest kind. Not fear of violence. No, that's too easy. They fear the truth that wraps around you like smoke. You don't need them anymore. You never did, and now you know it. That's the part that destroys them, not your strength, your independence, your refusal to stay in the role they assigned you. Because roles are for actors, masks are for cowards, and you're done acting. You're done shrinking. You're done begging for the crumbs of validation from people who couldn't lead you out of a paper bag. You are stepping into a version of yourself that makes their entire worldview collapse like wet cardboard. And that's when the punchline hits. Hard, fast, inevitable. They finally understand that all the times you stayed quiet, you weren't bowing. You were studying, calculating, learning the map of their insecurities, their hypocrisy, their arrogance. And now that you've switched the lights on and stepped into your power, now that you've stopped explaining and started ascending, they can't breathe. Oh, and the fun part? They'll try to pretend they're happy for you. They'll clap. They'll smile. They'll force their trembling hands together and choke out, "Congratulations." But the eyes never lie, and their eyes will always reveal the truth. They're terrified, because they realize, with stomach-dropping clarity, that the person they tried to break now holds the match, the mask, the monologue, and the momentum. You don't just rise, you eclipse. And there's nothing more humiliating for them than realizing the nobody they ignored is the main character now. The chaos, the catalyst, the storm they can't outrun. So go on, smile that dangerous little smile. Tilt your head like you know something they don't. Because you do. Walk forward with the confidence of someone who survived a story meant to end them. Because the joke's on everyone, sweetheart. And the punchline, you becoming unstoppable, was always the plan.